Well, welcome to this week's edition of Hawk Talk. I'm Seth Morkerke.
I'm Susanna Moberg.
And we're actually standing in the weight room on campus at DSU. You might have noticed that. I don't know if you did. But in 1 year, actually, this weight room will be transformed into a totally new weight room. They're getting a brand new state-of-the-art facility for all of the athletes, whatever sport you do. So we're excited about that. If you would like to donate to that, you can go to the DSU Heritage Foundation website, contact the Touchdown Club, contact the Booster Club, contact the school, probably, I don't know. Contact somebody if you would like to give to the campaign in order to see this facility transform.
Absolutely.
But we have interviews with a couple of track athletes who are going to be going to nationals. I think there's 7 of you guys right now, but we got a couple interviews. Go ahead and introduce yourself, where you're from, and what you guys do here at DSU.
I'm Hoyt Zander. I'm from Kildare, North Dakota, and I pole vault, throw javelin, long jump, whatever else I need me to do. And that's about it.
And I'm Tyler Quilling. I do long and triple jump.
Yeah, Tyler, being at your senior year, you're kind of coming down to the very end of things. How have you tried to enjoy really indoor and outdoor? I don't think we've seen you since the indoor season.
No. You know, I've just been I keep getting a bunch of old jokes from the young guys on the team now that I'm a senior. No, I'm just trying to take it like 1 meet at a time and just doing the best I can and just not focusing so much on, oh no, this is the last time I'll be doing this, and just kind of staying in the moment.
Yeah. Hoyt, you said that you do pretty much whatever the coaches tell you, but you've had quite a bit of success in the pole vault this year. Talk about, what you've seen from the beginning of the season until now.
Well, beginning of the season, I had just transferred and I hadn't really done much, and I've already PR'd by over a foot this year. So I mean, if that doesn't speak volumes, I don't know what does.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You said you transferred. What is it like to go from another school to DSU? How was that transition for you?
The transition wasn't too hard. I just spent a day and got all that stuff done. But I mean, the biggest thing is just like leaving the friends you made. But come here and I've already made just as many friends as I had back at Mary for a year and a half. So
that's good. Yeah, transferred to the better school, obviously, right, Tyler? Yeah, Tyler knows. Well, I do have a question. It's kind of not track related. Since March Madness just happened a couple of months ago, I want to know how each of your brackets did, if you filled out a bracket. Tyler, I know you probably didn't do too well.
I did fill out a bracket. I was looking good until the Final Four. I think I had one of the Final Four. And
that's all right.
I cried a little, but it's all right.
And how did you do?
I don't want to talk about it.
Susanna, how was your bracket?
Yeah, you see, I just go like alphabetically because I don't know the teams. So I just go like down one side, back up the other. So like I was out first round of everything.
Wow.
It was not good. I did not do a good job.
That's really too bad, darn it.
Yep.
Well, going into this weekend, it is the last home meet for you, probably the last home meet for a while, I guess, for you, Hoyt. But it's the conference meet. It's 2 days long. What are you guys expecting? It's going to be nice weather. We're hoping. I saw on the weather map it's going to be nice weather. But what are you guys hoping to accomplish this weekend?
At least 3 PRs. So
let's go.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Just getting a little farther than I got, moving up in the national ranking would be nice, and then just for our guys' team to give it a good shot against Dakota State because they are a really good team.
Yeah.
And they're going to try and do what they did to us in indoor. So.
Yeah. They won the outdoor, the cross country. The men's team did, and then they won the indoor. So it's kind of your opportunity to really snatch that back from them. It's heading into nationals. You've been there before. You've done the training up to it. You've prepared, but some of these other guys haven't done any of that. So how have you prepared yourself, and how have you prepared some of these guys for what the experience is going to be?
I think a lot of nationals is mental and getting overhyped type of thing.
Yeah.
Just trying to do what you already know you can do, and usually if you go and do that at nationals, you'll succeed. Because like Hoyt, for example, if you were to jump what he qualified with, a lot of guys might not get that because they get overexcited.
Right.
So just going out and doing what you know you can do, and you'll succeed.
That's awesome.
Another kind of fun question. So the Marvel life, I don't know what you would call it, but they just released their new movie, Endgame.
Yep.
With that, do either of you have a favorite Marvel character and why?
Honestly, probably Spider-Man.
Okay. Why?
I know it's cool seeing all the different people playing him, but I don't know. I think the new one's probably my favorite.
Okay. Wow.
All right.
in the Marvel movies. Unfortunately, I think mine is Iron Man. Sad to see him go, but sorry if you didn't watch it
Spoiler!
yet.
Holy cow! Goodness.
Hopefully you watched it by now. But yeah, it's got to be him. I think his suits are pretty sweet. How they get on and everything. So.
He's good. Yeah, he's a good character.
Seth, do you have a favorite?
I
good
don't.
pick.
No.
Really?
I mean, Iron Man would be my favorite, but I'm not huge into Marvel. But sorry to say that as well. But it's just not me. It's just not me. Looking at this past season, both of you guys have made very large strides in many of your events, and now you're going into nationals. You're going into the conference meet first, but heading into nationals. What do you expect? Are you expecting another great leap, or is it kind of just consistency through it all?
I mean, in indoor, I didn't really expect much. I just went there just to do what I can do, and I ended up PRing. So, I mean, I'm in like a pretty, maybe like a 5-way tie for like one spot. So I'm just going to go and see what I can do.
Yeah.
Not get last.
Yeah, I'm just looking to stay consistent where I'm at. And if I do go farther this conference meet tomorrow, try and stay there again. Just consistent for me.
Yeah, that's great. Well, should we ask one more question?
Sure. Okay. We've got a list of fun questions.
Actually, I do have a question. I want you guys to do your best Coach Whitcop impersonation.
You got to go first.
He always does this little, he'll get first of all, he walks on his toes a lot, really uppity, but then when he gets really talking, he does this little like every single time, there's not spit involved, but he breathes really hard.
Okay.
And I just love it.
That wasn't even close.
Wait, what about you?
I don't know him well enough. I don't know his
You only had him
mannerisms
this
yet.
semester, I guess. Yeah. Susanna, you can ask one more if you'd like.
Okay, one more. Seth made me a list of fun questions to ask you, and this one's kind of fun. What song do you sing in the shower most often? What's your go-to shower jam?
Lately, it's been "Don't Stop Me Now" by Queen.
Okay.
Honestly.
And that Queen kick, that's good.
Yeah.
I bet you match it pretty well, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Vocals are perfect.
Perfect.
For sure.
I believe it.
Honestly, probably Please Don't Stop the Music.
Yeah.
I like
Holy
it.
cow. Susanna, what's yours?
I don't know if I have a go-to right now. I'm on this share kick, which is really weird, but
Oh, okay. Yeah.
so I just anything by Cher. I
Anything
jam.
that's sure. Cool.
Yep. Seth, do you have a
Yeah.
go-to?
Right now I'm
jam.
listening to Hillsong United's album, so
Ooh,
I
that's
kind of
good.
rock with those guys in the shower, but whatever's
fair.
happening.
Yeah, whatever comes on the Spotify playlist, really.
Exactly. Well, thank you guys for coming on. Good luck this weekend at the conference, and good luck at nationals. I think that's next week, in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
So you guys will be preparing. But good luck. We're rooting for you guys. We'll be excited to see how you guys do.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. And we'll be back right after this with a few more athletes. So getting a scholarship from the Touchdown Club, the Booster Club, and the school really gave me an appreciation for Dickinson State and the people who have been through Dickinson State and who will come through DSU. It's given me appreciation and just love for this school and this community, and it's helped me realize that I want to give back to programs that help me get through college as well. Scholarships are so important to DSU and its community because they bring in athletes from all over the country, the best athletes that we can get to improve our sports team and to improve Dickinson State University. So the Heritage Foundation and the Touchdown Club and the Booster Club, they're all working together to create scholarships and opportunities for students, whether they're from North Dakota, Dickinson, or all across the country. We want students to come here and have a great experience and do well in athletics.
Welcome back to this episode of Hawk Talk. We have 2 more track and field athletes who are getting ready for their conference meet this weekend. So we'll take a hot second to let them introduce themselves and what they do here at DSU.
I'm Caleb Petros, and I long jump and I triple jump, and I'm from Owl City, Montana.
I'm Mackenzie Grubbs, and I'm a hurdler sprinter, and I'm from Wyoming.
The best state.
The best state. Well, I said that last time.
Oh, sorry.
Susanna. We
Okay.
don't have to
Just
but
wanted
I'm
to
glad
reinforce it. I remembered it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Caleb, you've done a couple different sports here, but now you're on the track team. You're making quite a name for yourself on the track team. What does it mean to be part of this team, doing so well in the conference and then heading to nationals as well?
It's pretty cool coming onto a team when you're competing for a conference championship right away and you're able to contribute as your freshman year.
Okay.
I'm a sophomore, but I'm a freshman year in track, so that's one of my favorite parts is competing for a championship, be able to actually contribute. off the first year.
Yeah. And Mackenzie, sorry, I mean, you've had experience with nationals, you know, whether it's indoor, outdoor, and you're kind of heading back as the veteran. We talked about this a couple weeks ago. Even though you're just a sophomore, you're sort of a veteran. So how are you preparing, you know, the other girls that are going to nationals, and I mean, guys like Caleb and Tyler, Tyler's been there, but Hoyt as well. How are you preparing yourself and those guys?
Well, as Cole mentioned earlier, it's kind of just like you got to know that like you're there for a reason.
Yeah.
Compete to how like your abilities, trust your training, and like kind of just calm yourself down before. It's definitely a new game because especially being from the small school that we are from, like going to nationals where there's not even room in the stands for one more person.
Yeah.
People are lined down the track. Like it's just kind of a whole new environment, and it's awesome to compete there. And just having all those people cheer for you, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
So being able to calm yourself down in that environment is probably key.
That's awesome.
Gosh, I can imagine that it probably like the energy is just running high and there's so much excitement. Like I cannot imagine how you guys do the things you do. I'm going to ask you a quick question and have you kind of switch roles for a moment. Caleb, if you are thinking about this, how fast do you think that you could run the hurdles?
What, the 110s?
The
we're
110s,
talking?
yep, 110s.
Oh. Well, I ran the 110s in high school, but the college 110s probably like 40 seconds. I'd be jumping over them with both feet.
Caleb.
I'm a 5'9" with shoes on. So
I like it. And Kenzie, for you, how far do you think you could long jump or triple jump?
Honestly, in indoor, coach was going to put me in them. So
you practiced a little
yeah.
bit?
I honestly didn't practice at all. He was just going to have me do it at the meet.
That's fair.
Yeah, so his goal for me was like 16, 17 in long jump, and I don't really know about triple. Honestly, I have no idea.
Gosh, look at you guys. Here I thought you'd be like, oh, I've never done that before, but
Yeah, the track athletes, they
look
do
at
it
you.
all.
You just do a little bit of everything. I like it.
Was there a moment in this season, whether it was indoor or outdoor, where you guys realized that, you know, you were probably going to make a shot at the national track meet, or was there ever a thought like that?
Honestly, for me, we talked about it last time, but I had a really slow start to the season, so I was running like slower than my high school times in the 100 hurdles. Like it was kind of just rough, and then one day I just pulled out a qualifying time in the 100 hurdles. I was running like 16.1, 16.2, and then I just pulled out a 14.9. So
Let's go.
I mean, it was kind of just like a surprise, honestly. And I was just like, okay, we're doing this.
yeah, mine is very similar. An indoor conference was my first meet. I jumped like a 19.9, and then now I've been jumping consistently in the 23s.
Yeah.
23.6 was my PR, so no, I was like, wow. And the best jump before that was like a 21.7, so yeah, I
Awesome.
wasn't expecting it.
Awesome. Well, should we have him do the impersonation?
so.
Yeah. Can you give us your best Coach Whitcop impersonation? You guys have had time to prepare now, so I expect.
Oh.
Who wants to start?
Caleb, you go
You're up.
first.
Doesn't do a lot of talking to me, but he's like, all right, you just got to come here. Go here.
I've seen him do that before, yeah. I've seen him do
Haven't
that.
seen it, but I can
You
picture
can
it in my
picture
head. Yeah.
Coach Whitcop.
That was pretty good. That one looked like me.
Okay. That's perfect.
For relating it to hurdles, I mostly get the whole block start thing.
Okay.
He's just like, spread your arms. I don't understand why you can't split them further.
That wasn't even close.
Never seen it happen, but I definitely can picture
we can
it.
imagine, Coach.
Picture
Yeah,
him doing both of those
long-winded.
things. Yeah, exactly. Kind of a more serious question for you, but how did both of you choose to come to DSU?
Mine's kind of a crazy adventure, honestly. So I went my first semester. I was my freshman year at Chadron, and didn't really like it there. I was kind of over track, just over it. And then my dad was like, please just try it somewhere else, please anywhere else. And so I'm like, I don't have any other colleges in mind. And Dickinson recruited me
Let's go.
before I think I got a call from Coach Walker probably 2 days after I signed with Chadron, and I was like, oh, sorry. But so then my dad was like, well, why don't you check it out there? And by the time I even decided to come here, it was the week classes started. I didn't even enroll in classes till the second week.
Oh, wow.
So it was kind of just a last minute, get here, trying a new thing. So.
Well,
Look at you go. Yeah,
definitely
we're glad that you're here.
What brought me here was football, definitely. My head coach in high school was Dan Stanton, so coming here and then having my head coach as his brother Pete Stanton was a big thing. Also, the facility was very nice, so I was like, yeah, let's get here.
So what made you join the track team?
Ooh. I was done with football and I was like, all right, I'm just going to go for grades. And then I got bored and I was like, I need to compete in something, so I joined the track team.
Yeah, it's a good choice.
Cool.
Wow, look at you,
Good for
jumping
you.
around.
Yeah.
Any other
absolutely.
questions? We got some cool ones
Let's
here.
see, we do. Ooh, if you were a tree, what kind of tree would you be and why?
Ooh.
Do you know any types of?
Do you know types
There's
of trees?
like evergreen,
There's like an aspen tree. There's a spruce
pine.
tree.
There's a pineapple tree, right? Is that a tree?
no, pineapples grow on
palm tree.
bushes, but yeah.
They don't?
Palm
Wow.
tree.
Palm
They
tree.
do,
Shows
yeah.
what I know. I guess I don't know a whole lot about trees.
Seth wrote the
Shouldn't
question
ask
and
the
doesn't even
question
know.
if I don't know the answer.
I think I would be a palm tree because they only grow in places that are warm.
I like
So you-
it. I
that's a
like
good
that
choice,
answer.
I had an A in botany, but I can't really.
Caleb.
Probably an evergreen tree because I'm just grinding all year and to get better.
Wow,
Okay,
that,
Caleb.
that was a
well
good one.
said.
That you
Way to
pulled
look in the
out. Yeah.
camera too. People are,
I like
people are
that one.
excited. Well, as you look into this conference weekend and then look into nationals, what are you guys thinking? What's going through your mind as you prepare and you're like, you got to stay focused on conference, but you also have that in your mind that you're going to nationals. And then as you get to nationals, how are you going to prepare?
Honestly, I'm more of a one meet at a time kind of person.
Good.
So like this weekend, I'm there to compete for myself, but like the girls team in general, like we have a really good shot at the conference title again. So kind of pumped up for that. Like just there to do our best and kind of show everyone what we can do.
Yeah.
I want to win the conference championship first. I also want to PR and go for the A standard. But yeah, definitely I want to win something.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's do it.
Kenzie, you talked about being more of a one meet kind of person, but both of you are very young. You've got a lot of track eligibility left in front of you. Does how you perform this weekend or you look ahead to this weekend, do you ever look ahead to next year, what next season will be like, what you'll do next season, or is it really just got to get through this meet before you can move on?
I definitely do have I already have goals for next season, because like I said, this season's been a little rough for me, but I've been injured most of it, so it's kind of like use the summer, get healthy, and then come back way stronger next year. So, I do look into the future, but it's more of this is my focus right now kind of a thing.
I haven't really got to compete in indoor. I just joined and jumped at conference, so I'd like to qualify in indoor as well and see what I can do in the indoor season next year.
Well, thank you so much, both.
Should we ask
Wanna
Caleb
do one
what
more?
DSU means to him?
Oh, yes.
Caleb, we usually
Yes.
ask, Mackenzie's already answered this, we ask everyone on the show, since it is the centennial year, what does DSU mean to you?
DSU is a very close community, and that's probably my favorite part about DSU is we're more of like a family. You know all your professors, you know all of your coaches pretty well, they know you pretty well.
Yeah.
And so basically a family atmosphere is what DSU means to me.
Yeah.
And competitive, I guess,
Yeah.
as well.
It's good.
Hey,
Well
it's a
said.
good answer. I like
Yeah.
it.
Well, thank you guys both for coming on. We're looking forward to this weekend. The conference track meet is happening Thursday and Friday all day, I believe.
It's Thursday afternoon, all day Friday.
All day Friday. Okay. Weather's going to be nice. If you get a chance to go out to the BAC, go ahead and come and cheer these guys on. They're going to have a great meet. Looking forward to conference championships from both the men's and the women's, and then nationals. So good luck at both of these at both of these meets. And we'll be back right after this, wrapping up Hawk Talk for the year. Actually, we're going to look back on this whole year and then possibly look forward to the next.
If I didn't have scholarships from DSU, then I wouldn't be playing football and I wouldn't be making the friends that I have made up here, which will go on for a lifetime. And if I didn't have these scholarships, then I probably wouldn't know how nice North Dakota is and the people are here. The interaction that we have between community members and the Touchdown Club and football players is very important. We are able to show them who we are and where their money's going. In fact, giving everybody a chance to sit and talk with each other and just being able to create friendships. We'll see members in the community and they'll recognize us as football players and they'll say, good job during your game, or go get them this week. And it's really an upbuilding, uplifting environment to be in.
Welcome back to this episode of Hawk Talk. We are here to recap the year as a whole. It's our last episode before summer break. I know, tear right here. So we'll recap kind of the year as a whole and look at all the great things that happened at DSU in the past year. So volleyball, way back last fall.
Think back to the fall, yep.
Back like October practically. Volleyball lost in the first round of their conference tournament, but they had a really great season. And
yeah, lots of improvement that came, and we're looking forward to. I know they've got quite a few recruits that have come in, new girls coming next year, and we're looking forward to the season that they had. Cross country, as we talked a little bit, the women's team actually won the conference, and then they had their best showing in the national meet, whatever they call it, national conference meet. And then the men's actually took second. That was the first time in, I think, 3 years that they'd actually taken second. But, first and second, that's really a great job. And they took a couple of guys to the national meet as well.
Yeah. If we look at football, they had an amazing season, and Seth got to be a part of it.
I did, yeah.
Gosh, can you believe it's been that long since you were... Anyways, they won their conference. They're fourth in the row.
Yep.
That's so cool. I don't know. I just think all this stuff is so
Women's
awesome.
cross country, they had their fourth in a row as well.
Oh, yeah. The first road playoff win, right?
Yep, first road playoff win. Best showing in a while. We finished with eighth in the nation. So the next year's team is going to be, projected pretty high in the preseason, and then they'll do really well heading out the rest of the way.
Yeah, there's tons of conference awards, tons of All-American awards, and I, for one, am looking forward to next season, being in the stands again.
I'll be in the stands this year now as well.
It'll be a lot of fun. Looking forward to next season and all they accomplish there.
Looking into the winter, we had wrestling. Took two guys to the national meet, or the national tournament. Gresh Jones ended up being an All-American, national All-American. And then, they're also had quite a few guys who could have made it. We're just on the fringe, and so we're looking forward to next year as well.
Yeah. Women's basketball, after a good season, ended up losing to Valley City in the opening round. But like I said, they've got tough loss, and looking forward to a good season this coming year with their new recruits.
Men's basketball, actually, they made it to the semifinals, I believe, lost to Bellevue. Close game, went to overtime. And they had a shot at winning the conference tournament, and so I think they'll be competitive again next year, and I think all the sports across DSU will be really competitive as well.
In track, the men took second place at their conference meet, and the women took first place at their indoor conference meet. That's the first time that they have gotten that, so that was really exciting to be
looking forward to that.
Looking
forward to this outdoor season. You never know what's going to happen. This spring, men's and women's golf kind of had, weather was, a little iffy, but the men took fifth in the conference, and the women ended up taking second in the conference after only having two golf tournaments. So I think that's really impressive.
Softball has had a great season. Coach Fleury started off the season with her 300th win. From there, it's just been a lot of great things happening. Fortunately, they lost to Valley City in the, what does that say?
The gold bracket.
Gold bracket championship?
So it was weird. I could not figure out how it was working, but they had two different brackets, and then the winners of those played each other. So they lost to Valley in the championship of the gold bracket, but they had 5 all-conference players. So again, that softball team is just impressive. Track, the conference meet is happening this weekend. They are currently sitting 7 people are heading to the national meet. Probably going to be a few more going after this weekend. And we're just looking forward to what's going to happen with the track team. They get to go kind of after school is still going, so we're excited for that.
Absolutely.
As far as campaigns, the DSU Heritage Foundation wanted to mention this. We are looking for Hawk Talk sponsors. So if you're looking to be a sponsor of this show, we'd put your logo on the Hawk Talk show. We'd announce your name. If you're looking to be a sponsor, whether it's corporate or just personal, you can contact the DSU Heritage Foundation. Get a hold of us. Say you want to do that. Say you saw the best 2 anchors on air and you wanted to
wanted to be a part of that.
And then another promotion, as well as the weight room campaign, as we talked about at the beginning, if you wanted to give to the weight room to see this thing transform. We're also doing a promotion if you call within the next 2 weeks and give to the booster campaign or just to the Cornerstone academic campaign. And you mentioned that you saw it on this show, you will get a free t-shirt, which is rare. So come on and give some money to these scholarships. You know, it's always going to student athletes and students to see them succeed on the field and in the classroom especially. We want to see people graduating and going off and changing the world. So
like this guy did.
like this, I'm trying. Yeah.
Gosh, well, it has been such a fun season. I don't know if we call this a season of this show, but just such a fun year, such a fun opportunity to be here to recap with all these athletes and to get to help them, or you get to know them a little bit better.
Yeah. Close it out.
Gosh, well, hey, with that, Hawks are up.